what an offseason it was. Not only have we kind of taken the momentum of winning our first bowl game in program history and continue to change our best. You know, we had an elite winter conditioning, spring ball, summer camp, and now preparing for Northwestern. I checked off the engagement off the list, off the bucket list. So I got myself a 5-star recruit. I'm pretty excited about that. Wedding next summer. But for me, my complete focus is on Northwestern. And like Coach said, what a tremendous opportunity this is for us to play a top 10 defense from last year. And as I've gotten into watching the film, seems like this happens every year. We end up playing a top 10 defense first game right off the bat. But we wouldn't rather have it any other way, because what an opportunity is for us to find out a lot about ourselves and what kind of offense we have and what kind of season it could be. So we're looking forward to it.
Zach, time of possession was so important to our success last year, holding the ball for, I think, over 33, 34 minutes in every game. But yet we also have that quick strike capability.
Mm-hmm.
In looking at Northwestern's defense, they were very stingy giving up yards on the ground, but they only gave up 5 touchdown passes as well.
Yeah.
My question, I guess, is are you looking to hold the ball and keep their offense off the field and try to control the ball, or are you looking for quick strikes?
Yeah, that's a great question. And obviously going against a defense of that caliber, you're not really sure what you're going to get. But as an offense, we do what we do. And, we're going to stay balanced, and we're going to take what the defense gives us. And unfortunately for us, they're a very stingy defense, so that might mean we have to, nickel and dime our way down the field. But we're going to do whatever it takes. And we're just going to take what they give us. And if that means we have to march the ball down the field and takes 3 plays to get a first down every time, and we really have to extend drives, then that's what we're going to have to do. And if that means we're going to have to, take some strikes here and there and get some big plays, then that's what we're going to do. So we're really just going to do what we do as an offense, what we've, kind of what we've been doing in the past, but continuing to grow off that and take what they give us. That's all we can do.
Zach, I'm sure you're always confident when you play, but when you've played teams like Michigan State, Ohio State,
Mm-hmm.
you're going against the caliber of this defense. How different is your confidence level compared to those games?
I think the experience helps. We have a lot of guys that have played a lot of big football games, and this going into my 4th season as the starting quarterback, I've learned a lot in the experiences, and I think that's what last year was about, was playing champions. And Northwestern is a team of that caliber, and there's something that we have some experience to draw on in the past, and we're always confident. The preparation leads to that, and we're going to continue to do that. We're focusing on today and how we can change our best today and to prepare ourselves for this weekend.
One local media expert has said that you guys are going to go undefeated this year.
I've heard that. I heard that.
Talk about the difference in last year. I mean, it's not exactly a walk in the park. Last year you're opening up against another big team, but the top 5 ranked team in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just talk a little bit about maybe the difference in mindset and maybe expectation for Saturday.
Honestly, the pressure's obviously been built up by the media and a lot of other people, but no one puts more pressure on us than we do ourselves. And I think the big thing is we haven't approached this any differently. We've just upped how we, the expectation that we have for ourselves and changing our best. And I think we've seen that in our preparation and how we've worked in the winter conditioning, how we've worked in the spring ball, and the way that we've developed and the depth that we have and the things you've seen around the board have continued to get better and better as I've been here. And I think that's the big thing for us is, the way that we go about the process has not changed. But, the way we perform and, kind of how we were building as a team in terms of our depth and how much better, the guys who have been here for a while are continuing to get better by a small margin because we've been here for a while. But it's that small margin that we need to take this program to the next level.
Zach, some of the people outside the program don't realize what goes into having a football team and being part of a football team. I know you're on a leadership council.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 31 players on a leadership council, then there's 8 on the elite leadership council. Talk about a little bit what you guys do, and then some of the things you guys do in the community. I know pictures up on the locker room or, with different elementary schools, Special Olympics. Talk about kind of some of the things you guys get to do in the community.
Yeah, that's an awesome question. Yeah, we do have a leadership council, and really we're the voice of the team. We have an awesome coach and Coach Fleck that really cares about what we think. And, You know, it can be as little as, hey, coach, the water faucet isn't running quickly enough. And he'll get it changed. It's like as little as that to something big, like, hey, coach, in practice, we'd like this to change, or maybe we could do this differently, or uniforms, whatever. It could be anything. And he really tries to, you know, get a pulse on the team, and that comes from us. We're the voice of the team. And then the Elite Eight, I mean, we had a tremendous opportunity to meet with some of the, you know, the big-time leaders in Kalamazoo, and what an opportunity it was for us to kind of, you know, pick their brain and see, you know, what makes them who they are and kind of what they've been through as leaders. And in terms of culture in the community, you know, we had our seniors talk on Thursday when camp ended and kind of talk about what they've learned and what they've gone through. And it was amazing to hear what guys had to say about letting this culture work for them. You know, guys can fight the culture, or if you let it work for you, it can change your life. And it was fun to hear guys talk about how they came in as boys and now they're men. And they're men not because of what they've done on the football field, but the men that they've come outside of that, and that's in the classroom. You know, our GPA is the highest that it's ever been, and it's going to continue to grow higher. And in the community, our community service hours have gone through the roof, and that starts with me and the other guys on Leadership Council, and that's just something we love to do. You know, our team is all about growing and serving, and how blessed are we and fortunate we are to play the game we love and get to play a team like Northwestern, you know, at Northwestern. That doesn't get any better than that. But, you know, for us being so blessed, why not go out and serve and do something for someone else that, you know, maybe isn't as fortunate? But what we've all found is when we serve, we get more back in return. And that's why it's continuing to grow, and we're continuing to develop as a team and how much we serve and give outside in the community.
Should I draft Braverman in my fantasy football league?
I would. He's a sleeper in my opinion, but I saw you posted something on Instagram of him stiff arming somebody, and he said he's trying to get his Madden stiff arm rating up. So watch out for that. So.
You know, in the past years, we've always talked about being such a young team, but this year we really do have some depth and a lot of experience. This being your fourth year, really, your redshirt senior, but going into this with an offensive line that's got experience with the backfield, that's got experience with the receivers, and, you know, the defense that's really growing and has a lot of, how will that experience translate into to the Northwestern game and helping you to be successful?
Yeah, I think just like you said, the experience, and we know how to prepare, and, you know, preparation breeds confidence, and that's the biggest thing when you go into these games is you have to be confident in who you are and what you do, and kind of, you know, in that first game, there's a lot of unknowns, especially, you know, teams do things last year, but everybody has self-scout, so everybody changes things up. But going into that first game, you kind of just have to be prepared for anything to happen. And in order to know what to do and how to respond to those things, you have to have gone through it before. And you have to kind of know, like, hey, you know, I've seen this look before. I may not have seen it in film from them, but I've seen it before from someone else. And that comes with experience. And a lot of kids, as a young group, you know, we weren't prepared for that. We weren't ready for that, and it was hard for us to adjust. Now it's a little easier and it's quicker for us to be able to be like, okay, I've seen that look before. You know, I've seen this and that, and know how to adjust quicker and stuff like that. So I mean, that's the best way I can answer your question in terms of that, is just the confidence and being able to know how to respond when things that come about that aren't expected.